One of the reasons why Camp Hope is such an essential part of the spring and a part of our community is to be able to provide opportunities for resiliency, opportunities for growth, opportunities for kids who have experienced more in their life than any person should.
Camp Hope really allows kids to be kids. It allows them to have lots of fun. It allows them to be themselves and other things that are also just like that.
So Camp Hope was a place where I got to be with other kids who faced similar challenges like me.
Just a lot of joy, and it was a lot of fun too. I think it was very amazing. I just got to express my feelings to others and explore what they had to say.
Camp Hope to my children it was funny because at first they were worried about the bugs. I'm not gonna lie, they were worried about getting bit by mosquitoes and bugs. You know, when I told them about zip lining and canoeing, they got excited because that's not stuff you see all the time in Tampa. But for them, once I told them as well, the domestic violence element, I think they started to connect the pieces. And when they came back, that's when you saw this light bulb go off, because they knew that I had gone through things and they had seen things, but to really have it put into perspective that, wow, there are other kids like me, and this is a problem. This is something that we go through, and that's okay to talk about it.
They can find connection, they can find resilience. I remember one of our campers sitting, we were having kind of a quiet moment in between activities, and one of the campers just looked around and kind of had this really quiet look on his face. And I asked him, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? And he just looks at me and he goes, are all of these kids domestic violence? I'm like, yeah. And he kind of just sat there with this really quiet look on his face, and I'm like, what do you think about that? Pretty cool, huh? And he just nodded, and he was like, yeah. And you could really see him kind of taking in and realizing that my family isn't the only one that's gone through this, and I'm really not alone.
Every day you have something new to do, and you get have fun every day. I think the counselors are really respectful, because they would help us if we asked for anything. They would teach us what about the wilderness.
They also had gaga ball, basketball, stuff like that. And I really liked the gaga ball. I was super good at it, and I didn't know that I was super good at gaga ball until I actually tried it. And it taught me that I'm good at some sports I didn't know I was good at.
Well, I have a fear of heights, and whenever it came to the zip line, that's when that fear really showed off. And I was scared, but I persevered and came over my fear.
Being in this type of a camp environment with trauma-informed counselors, with trauma-informed staff, with people who truly know and understand the full concepts of trauma, it allows for that safe space where we can use our tools, we can help recenter and ground the youth, and then pick up right where we left off, and we don't have to make a big deal out of those trauma moments.
As adults, as survivors, sometimes we need a reminder of why we do what we do and all the hardship we go through. And so Camp Hope reminds us as adults that we can be brave as well. We can watch our children be brave, and our children can actually break that cycle so that their kids never have to go through this, and that they can be confident themselves.
Believing in yourself, believing in others, and believing in your dreams.